active gang members because we was well on our way.
Who produced y'all music?
We had producers like Rhythm D, we had DJ Yella, and we had DJ Unique, and Mike Smooth even did a couple of tracks for us.
Okay, heavy hitters. Okay.
Yeah, all in-house. He treated us like his babies. Like people were like, "Why Eric spoil y'all like that?" But he always said we was his female N.W.A. And back in 1994, we were the first girl gangster group. He had the hoes. He had Menage a Trois. You know, Eric wasn't afraid. JJ Fat. He was not afraid to put the women on, and that's one thing I loved about him.
That's right. How did you feel about how he was portrayed in Straight Outta Compton?
Oh, absolutely. Nothing of what the last years I was around. Because mind you, I never knew Eazy E, N.W.A. I never was around that era, ever. I can't tell one N.W.A. story. When I met Eazy E, there was no more N.W.A. the group. He was doing his solo project. I was ghostwriting. I was in the studio 24/7. So the short time that I knew Eric, I would say in those 2 years, he never was promiscuous to me. I mean, the hoes gonna be the house. They was throwing it at him, but Eric wasn't an aggressive guy. Every pretty girl, he in their face. So it was weird to me because I'm like, Eric is very standoffish. Like, he's not just this wild touching and slapping girls on the butt. And, you know, he was very well-mannered, low-key. He wasn't aggressive and obnoxious, and you know, he'd rap them records. I'd be like, you the real studio gangster. You just a Jew trapped in the black man body. You know, because he didn't act like he was from Compton. The nigga was intelligent.
I love that. I love that, dude. Yeah. Hey, you have a similar feeling, Lonzo, about, well, let me ask you, Sylk, and maybe you and Lonzo could talk about, what do you feel about how he supposedly passed away?
Personally, I just feel like it was a setup, like it was a conspiracy, because to this day, now if there were multiple cases and they're like, oh yeah, full-blown AIDS, but just for Eazy Eric Wright to just out the blue, not Liberace, not Magic Johnson, not a list of people who have been allegedly detected with this virus. I've never seen such thing in short time. We saw Eric, he was regular.
Right. I totally agree, babe. That's what always been my concern from day one.
He was black as a piece of licorice. It was just unbelievable how he deteriorated, as if something just ate him up. So I still have issues unless I can find another person or other cases of full-blown AIDS. 8, 9, 10 days later, you're dead. Like, I've never heard of it.
All right.
Yeah.
We live with Sylky Fyne, folks. Got a little choppiness, but we still here. She dropping like it is. She's keeping it 100.
Yeah.
And people, some folks were trying to figure out why I wanted to get a street named after Eazy E, because Eazy was a good dude.
That's right.
Don't let his stage persona affect your common sense, because he really wasn't that dude. He was a cool brother. He did what he did. Everybody got a history. Everybody got a past. But he looked out for a lot of folks. So
he did. And he took his negative situation and built the empire. And one of the first guys on the West Coast to do it. So I just feel like, you know, after Eazy E, after Tupac, after Suge Knight, when they disappeared, our West, we didn't have them leaders to keep our name. So then you got New York came through, wiped us out. Diddy opening up businesses, companies, all out here, networks. And then you got the South. They came with the dirty to the swag. The West Coast does not have enough support and unity out here, because I had to stop going to the concerts. I'm tired. I love my homeboys. I love them. But you guys didn't do right now. The women are winning in the game. Shout out to Lotto.
That's
You got
fact.
Ice Spice. You got JT. You got uh, uh, so many female artists. And we got them out here on the West Coast. But the cold part about it, the men turned into bitches. Like you guys won't, didn't you come, woman? These females, shouts out to Lily Baby, Ash Bash, Lily Baby Bop Bop. Like I inspire a lot of the young females, and it's sad that after Romeo and Juliet, none of our girls hit the Billboard charts. Nobody gets support. No rapper from the West Coast that's the big kahuna put out any female rappers. So to me, we're still losing as a West Coast culture. Our support systems suck. Our radio stations suck because they don't play. We used to have K-Day was about new artists. K-Day was about pump it or dump it. You know, now all our new artists, only outlets we have available is the internet. And thankful for that, because you can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing on that internet. But yeah, I just don't like that. All these women are out. They took over the BET Awards, and you don't have no female West Coast artists in this day and time. It's not just Yo-Yo.
That's a good point, babe. I didn't think about that.
It's not just point. Fine, but none of these young ladies are getting the support. Then when you look at the podcast, it's nothing but a bunch of men gossiping and who put you on and
or 50-year-old men arguing with their booties in the air.
Yeah, like really, what's today's content? Because when you want to tell the truth, and like everybody should respect the women, and for the West Coast not to have one female out there with Lotto, with JT, with all these girls that's popping. It's bad. It's really bad on the West. The men get on podcasts. They're gossiping. They're talking about who put who on, and everybody has children. Most of these dudes is grandparents, and I'm just like, I mean, shout out to Kendrick. They not like us. It lasted all of a week or two. You know what I mean? Everything is a clout move. People would get into it, hoping for that 5-minute clip in the video, that 5-second, did you see me? But as a culture, it's not, music is not our culture. We don't talk about our politics. Like, what are we doing about our president? At least N.W.A. was like, fuck the police, don't have dinner with the president. Like, we had gangster awareness, but today music is just, all you got to do is twerk, suck something, sell a little ass, take some drugs, go get some opioids. And I'm just not with that. I'm like, that's destroying generations to come.
Girl, you are killing it. You need your own podcast. You need your own podcast, Sylk. You need your own podcast, Sylk, is all I'm going to say.
I don't like to do it by myself. But I have a lot of concept, yeah.
Baby, you know what? We're going to wrap this up.
I could tell.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
Where can they find you at?
You can find me everywhere. Google Sylk E Fyne, spelled SYLKEFYNE. Sylky Fyne. So if you look on TikTok or Threads or whatever, that's my name. They just don't know how to spell it.
All right, baby. We're going to bring you back.
Before you go, hold on. Before you go, Eazy Steve. Hey, before you go, I got to answer this question.
Go ahead.
I got to answer this question for Eazy Steve real quick. He wants to know if there are any unreleased GBM material, or is everything already out on the internet that we know of?
Yeah, well, we do have 1 or 2 records. We're working on getting them remastered because the sound is so distorted from back in the day. But we're trying to put together something for Eazy for his upcoming birthday. So we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to see what happens in a month or two. And hopefully those unreleased 2 jams will drop a hot single with an A side and a B side, and it features Eazy E. So we just got that record that's never been released on YouTube. So we putting some things together.
All right, there you go. Sylky Fyne in the house.
Thank
folks.
you so much, love. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
For coming through. Much love to my man, Kurt Walker, for hooking this up. That's my dude. That's my booking agent. I got a booking agent now. We got a booking agent now, Doc.
Thank
you. What's up, baby? I got your number now. We'll stay in contact.
Oh yeah, much love to the N.W.A. because it's not without a Lonzo.
Thank you, darling.
All
right, baby.
I know you got me on lock. Mwah.
Got
Have
you.
a good one.
All right, peace, baby.